Alright, hello and welcome to another Marvel Snap deck highlight. It's been a while since I've used Miss Marvel, and I think Miss Marvel is a really fun card with a really fun deck build around. In case you don't know, she's a 4/5 with the ongoing. Your adjacent locations with 2+ cards and no repeated cost have +5 power. So she theoretically can be a 4/15, which, is pretty good. But she has a pretty tough requirement with the 2+ cards and no repeated cost, which can make it kind of hard to operate and navigate that extra power you can get. Um, so I'm using her in just kind of like a generic good stuff list that's running Supergiant. The reason for running Supergiant is it can be fairly disruptive to what your opponent wants to do. Uh, it can be fairly disruptive to what your opponent wants to do. And for us, it can hide our Miss Marvel on turn 5. So when we hide our Miss Marvel, our opponents won't be expecting the +5 to the left and right location, of course, which can be a pretty big benefit to us. And as you may have noticed, I did not get Clea, so obviously no Clea gaming today. Unfortunately, I mean, I think Clea is a really cool card. I wish I had got her, but if wishes had wings, fly as they. We could Supergiant and then like Merlin stage. We can do this and then kind of force their werewolf into Arc Eternals. 1E, so this would be 6. Then we do Merlin middle. Yeah, and their Galactic just gets like pretty hard shut down here because they can't get that second buff off. Yeah, so we should win both locations, and then we have priority, so we can just Alioth left. Speaking of Clea, there she is. So Alioth left is risky, I will say, because we're gonna turn off all the abilities, which means the werewolf can't come left. Like he can't reach left. But our sage wins right if the werewolf stays, which is fine. So I think it's a risk worth taking. And the werewolf was never coming left anyway. Okay. Oh. We win. Why do they have a wasp in there?
Victory.
Just like buff fodder, I guess. But hey, even without Miss Marvel, the deck can win some games, and that's what we're here for. So if you guys enjoy these kind of weirder deck brews, consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. It helps me out a lot and helps me make content that you guys want to see, so it's a win-win at the end of the day. So if you can do that, I appreciate it. Hopping into game number 2. Sam Wilson on 2 is always a welcome sight. Silver Sable. And kind of, like I said, the idea was to get just generically good cards. So I put Silver Sable in because I wanted my 1-drops to have good power and me not have to think about it. So Silver Sable is effectively a 1/4 since it afflicts that -2 on your opponent's cards. So with that, I wanted to use her over something like a Rocket Raccoon, which is a 1/5, or an Ant-Man's a 1/5, because I don't think Ant-Man will ever pop, really. And Rocket, I don't want to be reliant on where I think my opponent's going to play on the final turn. And I just want to be able to like tempo my 1-drops out early and not have to think about it. So that's kind of the idea with why I went with the 1-drops I went. Just in case you guys were curious, as Via's like on paper they look like kind of unconventional 1-drops. But that's why I made those choices. And I think the rest is just right, either good stats or good ability, or a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. And we keep the Miss Marvel alive here. Keep Bishop. We can Supergiant, and then we can Miss Marvel. We are Shangable left, and we have no protection because our Alioth is also used. I definitely forgot to move the Captain America shield. We'll do this. And then we will just Doctor Doom. Yeah, we'll just Doctor Doom, and we'll move the Captain America shield into Commertage to block the Doombot from going there. So that way we get the Miss Marvel buff. Technically, it doesn't matter, because the Doombot and Miss Marvel would be the same. But I think it's smart to cover for it just in case. Actually, it doesn't matter, like I said. So it would be better to do this because we don't want the Miss Marvel getting pulled into Asteroid M. We will do. We have priority, so the Doombots will go out. Shang left is bad, but it's not like instantly losing left, which is good. We win right. We win Asteroid M, which is good. A lot of cards. Okay. We still don't lose to Shang left. Our Miss Marvel's turned off. Our Polymorph isn't turned off though. Okay. Oh my lord. And we lose by 1 power. We win if we don't Doctor Doom. If we just play a card. Like Copycat or something. Because then the Alioth, our Alioth would have got bumped right, and then we would have tied. Or we would have had 12 more power. Or 7 more power, which would have been enough to win. That's upsetting. But how can we know they have both Cannonball and Shang? They had so many tech cards in that deck. Must have been Sarah Control or something. That's like an obscene number of tech cards they had in that deck. Well, Nebula right, and then we'll Sam Wilson left. Oh no, I guess I didn't mess up the shield timings. It should be odd number buffs. So I was fine. Ugh. Hate to see it. Stormamu. Must have missed. Is it buff? Is this? Doesn't help us. Copycat's just a 55. Not looking great for their Dormammu. Especially, not looking great, especially knowing that we have the Uncle Ben at the bottom of their deck. So, we do this. It lets them know that their Uncle Ben's at the bottom of the deck. But anymore. They have Killmonger in hand. Supergiant. And then we'll play Max. We could Supergiant next turn to make sure they don't turn off Limbo, but I don't really care if they turn off. They don't have Killmonger yet. Are they just hoping to... They have Killmonger in their deck, for sure. This is the... we are just making the timing on their summoning ritual a little awkward, which is fine by me. We Merlin? Just play everything but Doctor Doom. Then we Doctor Doom next. This allows us to play one more card. Which I think is fine. If we pull Miss Marvel, we move Shield, play Miss Marvel. If we pull Sage or Alioth, we just play it left. We take priority here, which matters.
Doom rules all.
How do we do? We Sage middle or Sage left? Sage left is 6. So it just ties Nimrod. Or how do they destroy Nimrod more than once? Right? Like they can't? Because if they move Nimrod over here, their Venom's already down, so it's Deathlock, Carnage, Dormammu, which all those are pretty bad. Guess we just do this. Feels kind of weird, but I guess that's the right play. Our Nebula is 11 power. Go right. Doesn't matter. No way. You lose middle by 1. Or, I mean left by 1.
I want the throne.
Getting priority there actually hurt us very bad. Also, Sage was the worst card we could have gotten actually, because if we didn't get Sage, we would have had 1 more point of power left, because we could have moved Shield, played Miss Marvel middle, so we'd had 7, and Alioth would have been 3 more power, so we would have won. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Hopping into game number 4. We keep getting Sam Wilson on 2. The problem is the lack of Miss Marvel on any turn. I would like to see some Miss Marvel, please. They get our Doctor Doom, we get their MODOK, we get their discard decks. It doesn't matter what they got from us. We have Alioth. Does that matter? Snipe them. Does matter. Also, Max could be good to just play as like a disruptive card. Right, we could pull cards that they don't necessarily want to be discarding. Nebula, this. Stage middle, I guess. I don't really like having the Jins, honestly. This does let us play Doctor Doom next turn, which will be good to keep us, like, try and have us keep priority. Because having priority is crucial for the Alioth playline. It'll also just come down to where do we think they play the MODOK. I think we do this actually.
Victory.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was gonna change it to a max playline and then play Jin middle, so that way we could have played Doom Jin next turn. Or we could have probably played both left and then gone Doom Jin Jin, so we go Sage Alioth on the maybe. But they ended up leaving anyway, so take it. Hopping into game number 4.5. Okay. Silk at a 3-5 is not really it. Okay, losing our Sage is not really it. Iron Patriot and then Max, right? They could turn off TVA. Oh my god. Instead of Max, we can just Copycat. That's a card. That's a card right there. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. I think we just leave the Copycat right. We go Max middle, Silver Sable left. They have to play a card right. If they play a card right, our Copycat moves and could be more beneficial. Max wins middle. Sable wins left current. Even okay. Of course they top deck it. Of course they top deck it. Why wouldn't they, you know? unfortunate. Is there a world that we destroy our middle? Is that a world we live in? Because this will move the copycat out. Well, I don't hate it. We destroyed 6 power. Not where I wanted the copycat to go. Please tell me they played left first. Please tell me they played left first. Okay. Fine. It's not great. I think we have to play Merlin, right? Yeah, we have to play Merlin, right? It'll move their Batroc left. I just don't think we ever win. I think we actually just retreat like 100%.
Opponent snapped.
My opponent makes it easy for me to find that retreat that I was already saying I probably need to make. So, I appreciate it for the boomer snap, sir. Gives me an easy out. Hopping into game 5 against a top 750 player. A bounce deck that doesn't have Beast? Okay, I don't feel too bad about it, honestly. I get to do the Toxic Merlin thing? That's crazy. That's so crazy. I never get to do the Toxic Merlin thing. It's move bounce. Oh boy. Supergiant's actually so good for us here. Nomora's kind of crazy. Well. Silver Sable. We are slowly encroaching onto a problematic spot. At this point, like, Omniversal doesn't even save us. I say, as we pull Omniversal. Oh, what do we have to do here? What is this? No, what are you? We have to Omniversal is the thing. Is this is 12? 3rd 18. Do this and then like just Doctor Doom, I think.
Because Doctor Doom, this goes to 16. Yeah, Doctor Doom wins, so I think we have to hope that just Doctor Doom holds. Not a guarantee, of course. Chance. It doesn't really matter where we play the Doctor Doom. Play it left anyway. We finally get to do the toxic Merlin thing, where you turn off Nexus. We do win right, if my math is correct, which it looks like it might not be, actually. I was off by 1. That's so unfortunate. Basic math is difficult. I don't think there's anything we could have done. So we got the Ebony mod that just like stopped us from playing cards, right? Unfortunate. Unfortunate, and also like we saw Miss Marvel like 1 game, which is cool. I think it was actually 2, but which is just unlucky that you just don't see the main card in the game. So yeah, it's fine. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, let me know, subscribe, check that, and I'll see you in the next.